The following program is intended for mature audiences.
Welcome to the Cosmic Disasters Show, everyone. This is going to be a good one. This is going to be a good episode. I'm Tommy D, and on this week's Cosmic Disaster Show, it's all about sexuality in the nerdyverse. We're talking porn, kinks, fetishes, and of course all of those funky little misconceptions about nerds and sex. So we will be dispelling some of the myths and the rumors and just...
and adding more rumors?
And adding more myths. So before we get started, we want to welcome our special guests to the show. We've got Dusty Bucket.
Was that your rep?
So, Dusty, tell us a little bit about yourself.
That wasn't enough.
That's it? Okay.
Oh, no, yep. Well, I honestly, when you're in a drag environment, you have to scream and shout a lot, and so that saves my voice. Just go, and it's less than
you are.
Yeah,
we're channeling Cardi B.
Yeah, it saves the voice. She's onto something. So yeah, I am a drag queen, and I make those noises sometimes, and you'll find me in a crowd.
Just making those noises randomly?
Yeah.
By yourself in a corner? Or...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there a bird in here? No, it's
not.
Dusty Bucket.
She's over there practicing.
Sometimes it's like, the cats that make the
yes.
that sort of noise. Yeah.
That's a good one.
I love everything that comes out of you.
I love that noise.
What?
Get the laser pointer.
They're trying to imitate young birds so that the birds will come down and they'll eat them.
That's amazing.
Our cat does that because we've got a sliding glass door and there's I guess a pipe or something and a bird nest. Yeah. And she'll sit at the fucking window and be like...
She'll chirp. They chirp.
Yeah.
Part of our new technology, we have new technology this week.
Does it make that sound?
No, it doesn't. What's funny is part of our new technology are these handy microphones, so we can pick stuff up. And it's funny because Smooth Bob is moving away from as far away from the handy microphones as he possibly can.
I thought it could pick me up anywhere. I was comfortable.
No, not out in the parking lot. It can't pick you up. I'm about to jump in Radio Bitch's lap and shit. She's got the wireless on, so it's fine. Also, joining us on the couch this week, we've got Miss Cassandra Fears, the owner and operator of Fears Confections.
Yay.
So I'm going to correct you because it's fear.
It's fear?
Ooh.
Everybody does that. Everybody does
you.
that. One
Fear
fear, everybody does that. So,
one fear.
yeah, it's thank you.
Yes.
It's possessive.
Fears. Okay. I will correct it on my notes now.
No, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
No, seriously, for a decade. So, whatever. What do you want to know?
Well, I'd like to know what's in this bag here sitting next to...
I don't know because my employee... is the one that serviced you.
Yeah.
Dusty,
for no fee.
Can you grab that bag there and let's...
that bag.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So this is something that you make.
So
are we going to open that up?
What am I looking at?
Right here. This one right in front. So. Yeah, that one right in front of you.
Giant dick.
Yeah, we've got a big brown cock on the show.
It's a penis. It's a penis. It says here's the beef on it. Because we're adults. No, we specialize in 25 different kinds of brownies and chocolates. And
do I get to wrap my lips around that at some point
you
during
get
the show?
to wrap your lips around it
He's
all
gonna
you want.
it.
It's a BBC.
You can do with it what you will.
Oh, and I will.
But we have all the sexy, delicious things to put in your mouth. And that's what we do,
You have
pretty
little
much.
dickies?
There are little tiny dickies in there.
Pass it down.
Yeah.
Take a wiener pass.
I don't want one because I eat.
You eat dick all the time?
I eat the dick all the day.
That's what she said.
That's what I do all day long. But yeah, there's little dicks for
There's
everyone.
no vein.
And you can actually buy a bag of dicks if you want to tell someone to eat a bag of dicks.
Yes.
We will sell them to you. You get 8 little dicks for $10.
Hell yeah.
And
I
we will ship them. We will whatever
At
you
your
want.
job,
but
yes.
you get little.
Damn!
You can tell people to eat a dick.
That's great.
I kind of want to do that
Or
at
a
my
whole
job.
bag.
Dog and drink.
We have a bag of dicks.
I'd love to do that.
So have them on your desk when people
We
come
have a
up,
bag
"You
of
need a
gummy
dick."
dicks
You're
somewhere.
Like, what? Such
My mom bought me
Have you
pasta
noticed?
dicks.
Have you noticed that
Yeah.
Smooth Bob really isn't passing the box? He's
No.
kind of hanging on.
He's harboring the dick, yeah.
And general knowledge keeps eyeballing the box.
Sophia having a dick.
Damn,
She
why are you
wants
so
a
greedy
dick.
with the dicks?
I just listened to a story about biting the head off of a dick.
Pass them on this way.
You can bite all the heads off the dicks
Oh.
you want.
So where can people find you?
You can find us on Madison Avenue in Lakewood, 15208 Madison, and online at fierceconfections.com. We ship all over the country, and we have for almost 10 years. We turned 10 in March.
Sweet.
Yeah, sweet. Literally sweet. And we're at events and burlesque shows and drag shows, and I apparently have met Dusty Bucket before.
I was Squidward.
Unknowingly. She was Squidward.
That was awesome.
Sexy Squidward, and I was selling chocolate. So,
Great.
yeah, you can find us pretty much anywhere. I have no shame. I'll sell you stuff. So, yeah.
So moving
Secret dick.
around.
These are some
Secret
good dicks.
dicks.
I'm sorry. I can't
I
tell.
love that there's a cat
I
just
summoned
in
her.
the
mouthful
light.
of dick
We're
right now.
talking about
She's like a familiar.
Mr.
Come
DeVoe
here,
told you to
buddy.
keep the dick out your mouth, though.
That is serious black. He's got
Joke-
dick in his mouth. That's
joke on
serious
my
black.
We're all eating dicks, and there's a pussy right over there.
All right.
Yeah, there is a pussy right over there.
So moving around the couch to my left, your right. It's the one and only Radio Bitch.
What's up? I just got done eating dick.
Did you like it? A big brown dick too,
Those
wasn't it?
dicks were delicious.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah, it was little.
It's pretty good. It kind of melted in my mouth.
Yeah,
A
it
little bit.
did. Yeah, it did.
Drooling.
See, what you should do is put it like a coconut cream center.
You know.
That's it.
You guys were like in harmony. What the hell just happened?
Coconut cream.
Because I'm like, this
We'll talk. We'll talk. I mean, I've done other stuff like made hot dicks, like spicy dicks. I've made but
That's
we'll
where
talk,
you have to be
we'll
very
talk when we're done.
clear. That is for eating
In the mouth. In the
only.
mouth. Don't.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
not eat curry.
moving
And
along, we've got Smooth Bob, the smoothest of the Bobs,
Sorry, Bob.
and the Dick Hound. Right?
The dick hound.
You were hoarding those dicks, man. You were hoarding them.
You did hoard the
I just
dicks.
want to point out
You
my
got a
wife
mouthful of dick,
was
too.
like eyeballing me while I was holding those.
Is
and
she-
just looked at me and I was like,
Is she eyeballing you
Or the
is it-
dick.
Or the dick.
Mm.
Can
it's
she
hard
get
to tell.
I mean, they're both. I mean, no.
I don't
I'm not even
know.
gonna
I
make
like
that
sometimes
joke.
I don't make
I'm
eye
not gonna-
contact with her because if I wear a hat a certain way,
Stop it.
see,
Fix your hat.
All right.
no, she finds this extremely sexy.
Get decent.
See, look, she's
Get
turning
decent.
red. She's turning red in her hair right now.
She really is.
And
Get
next to
decent.
Smooth Bob, we've got
Get
general
decent.
knowledge.
It's gangster smooth
I don't
Bob.
care. Hey
She needs
guys,
to get
All right.
Hi,
Gangster
how's everyone doing?
Good. How you doing?
Hi.
Good.
Hi, Sophia. I feel
And-
like I think we're in a,
General
Dismissed.
a group chat.
Dismissed.
And from... I'm sorry, I got more dick in my mouth.
Okay, can you share the dick? I mean, you're just
I'm sorry, I'm scarfing it.
one dick per person.
And
According
joining
to
us,
the ethical stuff, there's not like.
from Discordia,
Black.
from the outer rim territory of Boston. I'm sorry.
That's what it sounds like.
Sounds like a news reporter.
I want dick in my mouth.
It's Daddy Louie.
I'm sorry.
Hello, children.
We should send Daddy
You don't
Louie some
sound like
dicks.
you have any dick in your mouth. And
It's
I
in his
swear-
hand right now.
You should just take pictures
in
of
his
him and
hand.
send him some dick pics.
This hand.
Send him dick pics. Send
He
him
needs dick pics. Except we ate them all.
Well, we can send him the big one.
Send him the big one. So, Daddy Louie, how's
we
it
need
going
a
over there?
chocolate dick.
I'm just enjoying the show.
All right, outstanding. Well, welcome everyone to the show. Before we dive into all this depravity,
Dive.
Too late.
Muffed up.
let's go ahead and take a little bit of time to talk about our Geek of the Week.
Ooh, who's that?
It's time for your Geek of the Week.
Open the curtain.
You know, I need to get something
So
like
he
that.
sounds like Oz.
Yeah.
He sounds like Oz. Open the curtains.
What?
Meat curtains,
Oh
yeah.
my god.
That would be a vagina.
Just can't.
So,
Thank you. Thank you.
I just wanted to make sure everybody knew.
And we're there.
Selling it.
so this week, our Geek of the Week is none other than the amazingly talented and beautiful Miss Mandy Katana. also known as the real-life Lois Griffin. If y'all haven't seen her in action, please look her up on Instagram. Look up the real-life Lois Griffin, but then you have to follow her other stuff, her Mandy Katana webpage. And real-life Lois Griffin hangs out with real-life Peter Griffin, obviously.
Oh, no way.
Yes. And if you have seen either of them, they are legit real-life Peter Griffin, real-life Lois. They have the look, they have the sound. It is absolutely incredible.
Sweet.
Oh, I love it.
If you
doing it.
Yeah, check them out right now. Instagram, real life Peter Griffin, real life Lois Griffin.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah.
Shit, I want to look
Oh,
now.
yeah. And they sound like Peter and Lois too.
Oh my god.
They have adventures. They go to Comic-Con. They do all kinds of stuff together. But in addition to that, Mandy herself, she's an artist, sexual activist, super nerd, freedom fighter, and pretty much all around swell gal. She just does a lot of stuff. She's been in the game for a little while, but she's constantly reinventing herself. And what I really, really love about her, aside from her fabulous breasts,
No, stop.
whoops, she puts herself out there. She's completely unashamed of herself or her body. She's unafraid, and she reaches thousands and thousands of people all the time. And through her actions, is empowering countless of people, empowering them to let their geek flag fly, to not be ashamed or afraid to express their sexuality. And she does it through art, and she's just 100% absolutely fierce, and again, just unafraid. She's out there constantly. Inspiring people, and I just love everything that she does, and she's super cool, and she's not too bad to look at either. She's kind of easy on the eyes, but she's very pretty, and she's just a super nerdy gal, and we love her. So that's our Geek of the Week, and if you or someone you know would like to be our next Geek of the Week, all you have to do is send in your nominations to contact@circleofnerds.com. And what we're looking for, there's no actual hard, fast rules on who's the Geek of the Week is, but we like someone who's empowering the community in some way. Someone who does something for the nerdy community and in some way is empowering or inspiring. So there you go. There's that.
In ways that Family Guy never could.
In ways that Family Guy never could. You're absolutely right. So this week, what we're talking about, let's get that started there. So we're talking about... Yep. That's what we're talking. So now what's playing currently is Batgirl XXX, and currently what we're seeing...
Well, what you're seeing.
What I'm seeing.
What you're
We're not
seeing.
seeing anything.
I know, I need to get something to...
We're just seeing the universe.
We need to broadcast that.
Yeah, we'll turn that around for everybody to have a look. See?
Up.
There we go. Well,
Whoa.
Robin's in the
Robin is
Batcave.
getting it.
He's in the Robin's in the Batcave.
He's in the back cave.
Oh, I see. Also, why isn't it gay porn? That's my question.
well, I'll find some.
Okay.
Well, I'll find some.
Because Batman and Robin, why, you don't need even the legal.
Oh, I'm sure there is so much Batman and Robin.
There is. So, and
I'm
that's
sure.
that's definitely something that we wanted to talk about is these misconceptions about nerds and their sexuality, and not just pornography. There's so much nerdy porn out there, even if you're not entirely aware of it. You've got hentai, but then you've got all these parodies. If there is something nerdy, I've seen Scooby Doo porn that's out there. There is, and I gotta be honest. I'll start this off. I've got a huge Velma crush.
Okay.
I have had a Velma crush for
There's a doll.
decades. Yes,
Well,
Action figure.
that's an action. Oh no, she's a doll.
That's what I'm calling
She's
it.
a doll. She's a doll. But you know what? Nerds have sex. Nerds are quite sexual beings. We like having sex. We like having sex with ourselves, with each other, with other nerds, and people who aren't nerds. We like people of all shapes and sizes. Nerds do it.
All-inclusive nerds.
Nerds are all-inclusive fuckers, and we enjoy doing that. So, Daddy Louie, we're going to start with you because you are out there in Discordia, and you currently are not wearing pants.
Yep.
That is correct.
That is correct.
He's got the sound turned down because we don't hear it.
everybody's asleep.
Facts.
There we go.
He's adjusting himself.
I'm adjust, yeah. So, Danny Louie, have you ever encountered anything like that? Like any kind of misconceptions, or when you tell people that you're a nerd, they're like, oh my god, you're a virgin, you'll never get a girl, or anything like that?
Maybe in high school, but I mean, like, I guess as an adult, I don't think that really happens. But then again, no, I mean, I guess those types of things haven't been directed at me, but you know, I am a nerd, but I'm also like a gamer, and gamers, which I guess gamers are nerds too, but you know, gamers, it happens a lot when you go to like a game store or whatever, and you've got a room full of, you know, overweight, sweaty, stinky men playing Magic the Gathering and
There's that kind of game.
and Pokemon.
You're
Actually,
not a
there was one
sweaty,
time I
stinky
went
man.
to a game store and there was a bunch of those guys, but instead of playing Magic, they were actually playing the My Little Pony card game, and I was like, dude, like, you guys are literally killing yourselves. Like, you have no chance. But, you know, I don't know.
My husband loves My Little Pony.
Is he a brony?
He's not as far as brony, but I will take offense
Disney
because my
too,
husband
Greg.
loves the shit out of My Little Pony.
Right,
I thought
but
you
I
guys
mean,
said
I don't
you call
think
it.
like I mean, these dudes were like wearing
His
like
favorite is Pinkie Pie.
K-pop backpacks. and
Everybody's
stuff.
favorite
Like,
is Pinkie Pie.
Hold on, Cassandra. I just wanted now when you say that your husband loves the shit out of.
We watched
My
the
Little
show
Pony.
before we had kids.
Okay,
like,
so that's
to
not
watch
like a
it with.
euphemism for your vagina.
No, that's what I just
My
said.
husband
I mean, it is the party pony.
That's
but
what I
we're
just
not.
said.
No,
She did
no.
just say it.
I mean, literally, he loves the show. Like,
It's actually not a bad show.
it's
Yes, yeah.
I
It's
have,
well written.
I have many
Never watched
grown
it.
friends who watch
Yeah, it's a really good show.
that they recommended it to us before we even had kids, and
Mm-hmm.
it's like we thought the remake was going to be terrible, and then we went back and
It makes me wanna
and
be friends with
we watched the one
everyone.
we grew up with, and we're like, they're going to bastardize the original. Oh, it's way better than the one we watched as kids.
It is.
Like, it does not
is.
hold up.
100%
It's
better.
way better. But no, my husband will, and some other friends of ours that are all grown ass men. They're not. They don't do
guys-
the whole bro.
You guys just get around and like you just like all the men come over and watch My Little Pony together.
Yeah, we had friends over and we'd just watch the show.
What other?
I mean, I know that's not sexy.
It's fine. It's fine.
There's
But it's so good.
Some content.
It
there for
is
everybody to
so
consume.
wholesome.
Yeah.
But so here's
But there's also some weird shit on the internet about it.
there is. But now what you said right there, you know, you're like, with, you know, it's not sexy, but at the same time, it's like, you know, you're also just reinforcing the fact that you guys are like into fun, cool, nerdy shit.
Yeah.
But would you say that you still have a very healthy, active sex life?
Yeah.
You're married, right?
Yeah,
You have
and
some
we've
children?
got 2 kids. Obviously,
Right.
we had sex at least twice.
At least
At
twice.
least twice.
right?
At least that's a positive.
At least.
Nice.
You know.
So, Daddy Louie, while I've got you still with your pants off,
Yep.
you are also a cosplayer.
Yes.
Yes. Now, have you, or would you, engage in sexual activities
Coitus.
in coitus
Coitus.
while in cosplay?
I would, but I have not.
You have not. All right. So now, of all of your
Well,
costumes,
that's a
if you were gonna put anything on to do
Yep.
it,
What
what would it be?
Do it. I mean, it would have to be my Winnie the Pooh cosplay, right? The one that we've been talking about.
So she could rub your tummy.
Oh yeah.
Right.
And you're
Tell
already-
me what it.
And you're already
There's a
wearing
rumbly
pants.
in my tummy.
And it's already got no pants, so you're good to go.
Right.
I guess that's.
He's good.
And there's a pot of honey there.
In like a tight red T-shirt and like a yellow.
Can we see a picture of Louis? Because for those
They have to see Louis.
Is it
we don't
just
know
him
what
in a
Louis
red
looks like.
crop
I want
top
to
and
see.
that's it?
Yeah, I want to see Louis in a red crop in my mind.
The
A little
cosplay.
Oh, you
costume.
got cosplay Winnie the Pooh.
Cosplay is
I want to
just
see
a
it in my mind.
Louis, you need to go ahead and take a picture of yourself right now. Send it to us so we can show the ladies on
From the
camera.
chest up, man. We
Yeah,
don't
we
need to
want
see
to
anything
know.
else.
Those of us that don't
Like
know
without my pants on.
Chest
What?
up, chest
Chest
up, buddy.
up. Chest up.
Up.
Chest up, bruh.
We don't want dick
Oh,
pics.
We don't need to see
Okay.
Dirty Mike and the boys.
Put a little bar over.
Little barrio.
He has a jar of honey.
Right, covering up his
no.
junk. Oh, that would be great.
You think your wife would go for that?
He likes his ham glazed.
Can you put some?
No.
Okay.
I mean,
No.
I might have to follow Tommy's. If nobody does anything nice for you, do something nice to yourself.
There you go.
You should not
So
keep
is
that
that
to
what he's talking
yourself.
about by honey pot?
Yeah,
That's the new honey pot right there.
Oh,
That's
bother.
it.
Oh, bother.
Oh, bother.
Oh, bother.
That's the noise he makes when
Oh,
he
there he is.
Oh,
There he is.
oh,
There we go.
oh, bother.
Oh
Oh, that's
no.
not
The
you.
Chinese president would
Wait.
not like this.
Did you find
That's
him?
not.
Well, he just sent a picture. Hold
No.
on.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he's not one.
That's not Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, they're just.
Oh,
I
damn!
see no red crop top.
Yeah, you better go
Louis.
put on a red t-shirt right now, motherfucker. The ladies have demanded it.
I'll be right back.
All right. So while he's off changing,
Walking around the house naked, his wife gonna be like, what the hell are you doing?
just go back
I
to
have to
bed.
find a red shirt.
It's Friday. You know what I'm doing.
I told you, Ethel, go back to bed.
Did you hear what she said? It's Friday. You know what I'm doing.
It's self-care time.
Yes.
Oh no.
I'm
exhausted. Oh no.
I see him more as an Eeyore, to be honest.
Oh shit.
I'm sorry. I love you,
man.
Louie, but I see him more as an Eeyore.
Okay, Pooh.
If you want to, it's all right.
No, I don't like it. That sounds bad.
That's what he
Oh
said.
no.
All right.
Oh no. That is not consent.
Yes.
That's not okay.
That's
Don't
correct.
stop now. I'm about to come.
Well, and if you think about I'd honestly say Eeyore's probably the most sexual out of all of those the characters in that thing because he's always got a butt plug.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
My whole childhood. Ruined.
Glass shattering. Just.
Oh no.
I'm glad I said it.
I cannot
Oh
anymore.
shit.
What the what?
Whoa.
Oh my God, that is so funny.
Now I know what you were talking about being
That
warm
is,
down
I
here.
told you,
Yeah.
it's
Too much
so
hot air.
Yeah,
hot.
there's a lot of stuff going on here.
We're just imagining Louie. It's mostly Tommy's hot air.
It is.
Yeah.
I blow a lot of hot air.
Oh my god, it's
I
great.
blow a lot of stuff. So,
I don't think he heard that whole conversation.
I think he's legit changing.
He'll hear it
He's
later.
really getting a red shirt.
Give me the cliff
If he
notes.
fucking sends us a picture of
Oh,
a
he's
red
back.
shirt.
He's back.
Did he send a red shirt? I swear to God.
We've got something coming through now.
He just drew
So-
over his shirt in red. That's what you're gonna do. Just
So drawing a red shirt.
Spray painted the shit.
Windows. He's in
Dusty.
Windows Paint.
Dusty, how about you?
How about me what?
How about you? I
She doesn't want to be Eeyore.
So, do you consider yourself a nerd of nerds? Are you into nerdy stuff, nerdy shit? There it is.
Get.
Now we need you in a blue shirt
No.
Oh
with a tail.
Yeah.
no. Nobody wants to.
He's even posing.
I don't think Winnie the Pooh
hilarious.
has a tail.
I
No,
like
not the butt
pose.
plug.
no Eeyore.
Eeyore.
But it comes out, so you can just hold it up. Because he lost it.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Oh.
Not
okay.
again.
So, Dusty,
I
how about
lost
you?
it again.
That's why he's always
in
depressed when he
terms of
loses
how-
it.
Ranking how nerdy I
Just, you know, like, yeah. Would you consider yourself a nerd or get you know, into
I think
nerdy
I've-
stuff?
I think I've surrounded myself with nerds,
Sure.
but then I like don't retain enough information to be classified as a nerd because I feel like they know about the thing they like, and usually I'm like, hi, I like that, and then they're like, name one album that they made, and I'm like, oh fuck.
We don't do
But
that
I don't
here.
know.
Oh, yeah.
But it's not. It's mostly like because growing up, like my dad and I watched Star Trek, and
Okay.
then like my sibling does cosplay, and then like just it. High school, college, like all of the nerds were my friends, but then it, like I watched maybe some Doctor Who and like some. It was like
You're
dabbling.
there.
It's
You're-
dabbling.
Okay. No,
You
you're
can still dabble.
You're
Yeah,
nerdy.
dabbling.
You're
yeah.
nerdy.
I'm
You're
in
nerdy.
there, but yeah, it's like, yeah,
All right. No, you're in there.
yeah, I'm in there.
That
Yeah,
counts.
Doctor Who is super nerdy.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah. that
yeah.
counts.
You
I
will
didn't
get
like.
kicked out.
I don't have a. I don't know. I'm too gay to have a favorite, but I guess I.
You're never too gay to have a favorite.
Right, but favorite doctor. I don't know. So it's like, it's kind of like I'm not like.
If you're that gay, it's David Tennant.
Is it?
So
Wait,
would you dress up?
Is he the bow tie?
No, he's the one before him.
Yeah.
With the chucks and
okay.
the suit and the hair.
Oh, he's alright.
No, he is my favorite.
Okay. Yeah.
So would you engage in Whovian sex? Would you dress as a doctor? A Doctor Who, not just like a random doctor.
I thought you meant like Doctor Who.
That's what I meant.
I'm not Doctor Who.
So if you're gonna get nerdy and engage in some freaky deaky
I thought he meant like
sexy
have a
stuff.
have a
I think it's
guitar
gonna have
and
to
like
be like
and a drummer
anime.
behind you.
Anime? Oh yeah.
They're
Like the
already
band.
like
The Who?
pornographically dressed, and so it's just like the titties like
Titties
you don't know where the
bouncing
nipples are.
Yeah.
So they're just like, and they defy gravity, right?
They do.
Like, yeah. So, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, and they like just like drool and like make weird noises. It's like fucked. Even if it's not porn, it's just like like I'm watching My Hero Academia.
Yes.
It's like really good, and then there's that one blue girl that's just got like her.
Can I
shit
just say
starts
something
here,
real quick?
and
Yes.
it's like,
Yeah.
You guys demanded that I see that I show you who I am so that you could
Looks
see
like I
what I
sent a
look
picture,
like.
please
I have
respond.
no idea what the hell you guys look like.
That's true.
You know what we
Well,
look
I'm a
like.
black guy.
Well, I know what you look like.
He's met you.
I'm
Okay,
just
I'm gonna.
saying.
You gonna send him a picture? Okay.
I'm surprised it's not what they call the
I mean,
that's not
equal
what they call
rights
the
here.
show.
And I demand that everybody be in a red
No, instead
shirt.
of Family Guy.
I have a red crop top.
Oh
It
my
says
God.
Savage Babe on the sleeve.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right, Cassandra, how about you? Because you're obviously quite
That was a
nerdy.
good show.
I am.
So have you engaged in any fun little nerdy?
I think I don't think I've ever done it like intentionally, but I
You've never done it intentionally?
At least twice.
At least twice. No, I don't think I've ever sex cosplayed intentionally. I don't know how to verbalize this.
And you're wearing a Transformers dress.
Yes, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
How fucking cool is that?
My husband apparently has been. So most people have like a curio cabinet of china in their house. We have a floor-to-ceiling Transformers display, barrister bookcase full of my husband's an only child, and he has every Transformer
Well done.
that he's ever owned. And apparently, when we were in college, which is when we met, he ordered some Transformers from some dude on eBay, and he ordered so many or whatever, and the dude was so pleased with him that he literally wrapped them in this 1980s bed sheet. And
That's
shipped
probably
them.
that guy's
And my
bed sheet.
husband has held on to this fucking bed sheet
I was wondering if
since
it was
like
a bit.
2002, and it's from like 1980, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
84, it says.
Oh shit.
And he had my friend Shannon custom make it into a dress for me for Christmas. And this is its maiden voyage, so I've never worn it before.
Oh, I love it.
But
We
it's
are
an
honored.
actual, authentic fucking bed
Bed
sheet.
sheet.
Can we get you to stand up and do a twirl for us in that? Because
Oh,
Yeah.
if I can get my ass...
Twirl it. Twerk it. Oh, we're not
Look
twerking.
at that.
Shit, we ain't
We're not twerking right
Look
now.
at
But no,
that.
it's like...
You've
No,
got
it's super
Optimus,
cute.
Megatron, everyone's
Yeah,
on there.
there's like, oh shit,
I forgot that we have the clapping button. I was like, why is
oh
there more
no,
clapping?
he's gonna be so disappointed in me that I'm
Megatron,
blanking.
Soundwave.
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 Razorbeak.
Oh yeah,
Jetstream.
all like it's the shit.
They're all there.
So anyway,
That's
I've
awesome.
never I don't think like dressed up to have sex.
So if you
But
have,
I do Comic-Cons, I do
yeah,
like,
but if you have
different
sex in
events.
this dress tonight,
well then I
then
guess
that's
that counts.
cosplay. That
Yeah.
Well,
counts.
I'm not saying we never have. I just haven't done it on purpose.
Sure.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I've done Comic-Cons. I dress as Poison Ivy. I dress as everything from Poison Ivy to Snow White to, like, he made me a Wolverine, 1950s Wolverine cosplay where he
Nice.
bought, like, a vintage dress and he sewed the stripes and got me claws. And then he upgraded and made me claws. So, like, yeah, we've had all...
Wait,
is someone in trouble?
I want to know where
Where's
your
my
husband is because I
costume?
want to be his best friend.
He
now.
makes me custom shoes to go
Shoes?
with all of my
Right?
outfits.
I mean, I can.
I mean, we in trouble.
He makes his own costumes. I don't have
Hey,
one.
I started making you armor and
no.
you opted out.
But you
I'm
could've
gonna
figured
get the whole internet in trouble. I'm so sorry.
No,
you're
you're
fine.
fine. Her husband does what?
No, he buys shoes and then sands them and then recovers them, paints them, has my friends. I have Star Wars ones that he had friends of mine like paint Chewbacca with the porgs on each one differently. Like he does all kinds of weird shit.
That's awesome.
So we've not intentionally been like, we're gonna dress up and do whatever, but I think it's accidentally happened. Like I come home from a con in a wig and a thing, and whatever.
There you go.
Yeah,
So, I mean,
but yeah, he makes or buys all my shit. So
Okay.
so
good
yeah, that's my weird. That's my weird. Yeah.
Cute.
Very nice. So,
I know. What?
so before I get in any more trouble,
fuck?
general knowledge.
Yeah.
You're the
It's
costumer.
It's time
Okay, I was
for
like, I'm like, what?
Oh, it's time for casting.
I was like, wait,
cast
what's
confessions.
What the fuck?
happening? I'm waiting for the music.
Yeah.
I got some space porn for you.
Gotcha.
All right.
Fits with that too.
All right. Well, this question is coming from one of our listeners, Holden McGroin from Ball Stain Massive Huge Tits.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, already. Oh my god. Can
So-
I get that one more time?
You want overs?
It's coming from our viewer Holden McGroin from Ball Stain Massive Huge Tits. Ask for it again. I'll give it to you again.
What is
That's
a
what
ball
she said.
stain?
Check your
This
pants.
is new to me.
Yeah.
Like when your drag name has
You don't have any pants on, so
There's no
yeah.
pants.
Yeah, check your chair because you're not wearing any pants.
He's sitting in ball soup right now. Bro.
So, if you could make any remake any porn parody and be the director or one of the actually no, if you could be any character in a porn parody to remake, what would the remake be and what character would you play? I have a list of
don't start
current
remake.
parodies
Just
that
go run real
I
quick
could
back
give
there.
as like
Suggestions
for you guys if you want.
if you need.
While you guys are thinking, I'll just go through
Scooby Doo.
There's
I would write and direct a Scooby Doo porn parody. I've
Gotcha.
seen several, but I would definitely want to write and direct that. Possibly Star Wars, of course. There's a lot of Star Wars
There's
porn.
and some decently made ones.
Yeah, there really are.
I saw one last night. It was weird.
No, they're really good. Actually, the porn parodies of the sequels are better than the sequels. So if you like,
That's really sad.
yeah,
That's super sad.
the Force Awakens porn parody is actually better than the Force Awakens.
I saw a
Are
lot
you
of like
kidding me?
CGI'd
Really
like
good.
Ray porn last night when I searched Star Wars porn.
No, I
Came
looked
across
for
one.
one and it was like Han and Leia and Luke all in
Yeah,
a threesome.
a threesome.
Saw
Yeah,
that one.
that's from like,
I watched that one last night.
yeah,
I
that's
watched
from like
it
the mid
today.
'90s.
So I was like,
That's like mid-late '90s, I think, for that one.
they were like, there was
But
like
it
two
was
stormtroopers
decently
fucking
done.
Chewie, and I
It
thought
was.
that was
At least
weird.
the
I
one
was
I
like,
saw was
whoa,
decently done.
Allie
What's going on
Hayes
here?
is the actress who played
Played Leia.
Played Leia, yeah.
I don't
And there's
think
actually a
Chewie
scene
would let people
which was
fuck
kind of
him.
weird, but she gives head to Vader. Vader comes into her cell.
Yeah.
I
whole
only
scene.
watched
Yeah.
like
Seen bits
2
of that
minutes of it.
And I think it was I can't remember, but it was funny because
Was his dick a lightsaber?
So
no,
what is this?
he had a
That would burn her
gigantic
mouth.
he had a
Calm down
gigantic
now.
black
Okay.
cock.
So
So
Let's be realistic here, okay?
Are we?
Okay.
With a name like Leia, how do you
is that what he sounded like?
Wait.
yeah,
I need a breathing treatment.
Yeah.
What did Darth
and
Vader
she
sound
did
like?
she did a swell job.
And he doesn't
she
have
did
a dick.
swell job. She did a
Swell
swell job.
I'm
on
sure
her
she
dad.
Is it
blowing her dad.
prosthetic dick? Because he doesn't have a
Oh no,
dick.
no, it's not screen accurate or historically
Has
accurate
to be
because we're
prosthetic.
assuming that his wiener was burnt off on Mustafar, but
Come on.
think-
It was.
who knows? I don't know.
Come on.
Maybe
That's
why
why
he's
he
so
was angry.
That's right.
Grumpy
Duh.
fuck.
No dick.
Clearly, you can just build your dildo to be
Sure.
like, so superior.
I mean, he's got fake arms and legs. Why not? You know?
That's true. That's true. Like,
lightsaber.
that's true.
Only
that would
in
be
his
great.
He's like a
chamber.
prosthetic genius.
His chamber of
Yeah.
secrets.
Only in
Yeah.
his
When you
chamber of
ignite it,
secrets.
it
Yes.
Chamber of
Yeah, it's just like it can have multiple features.
Like a Swiss Army knife.
Yeah,
It's like
I
a
did-
Swiss Army cock.
Yes.
Or like R2D2 because all the shit that comes out of it.
Yeah, he
And
does. He has all that.
That's Vader's.
He has a
Vader's
dildo
penis.
in there.
I'm surprised he's not. Well,
That's
he
what those buttons are
probably
for,
is.
isn't it?
Never
It's just
mind.
like what size, shape,
Yeah.
Color.
It's all for the
And
dildo.
then when he's like,
That's a dark saber.
Yeah, no, that's the other model, R2 Me Too.
oh,
Is there a parody
That's
of
the,
just
that's the
the
one where all
robots?
like the dildos
of
and stuff
just the
pop out.
droids?
It's just like
Yeah.
constantly probing people.
I haven't.
That would
seen
be
them
interesting.
just for the droids.
Just the droids.
So who else would want to do a porn parody of anything?
So
Like,
yes, I can list some of the ones that actually exist to like give you ideas.
so
Or maybe you know what?
My,
Let them say something, and we'll see if there is a porn parody for it. If you
So-
got, yeah.
I just said
My-
droid point.
my introduction to nerddom in general was back in college. My parents were not into it. My siblings were younger. I had no idea. And my introduction was when I walked in on my first day of college and people went, "Have you heard of Neil Gaiman?" Mm-hmm. And I said, "No."
Okay.
"Have you heard of Death?" Like, "No."
Of dying?
And they're like, "You look like her." Oh. I was wearing her outfit that she wears in the graphic novels. Yeah. And they're like, "Holy fuck, you have to come with us." And they introduced me to Sandman, and I feel like if there was going to be, not to disrespect Neil, any kind of Neil Gaiman porn in the Sandman world, I would want to play Death.
Sweet.
Okay. That would be where I would go. Sweet. That would be where I go. Because that was the start of my delve into learning about geek culture.
Sweet.
Was literally with that. So I feel like, and that was my nickname. I've cosplayed as her.
Your nickname was
my
Death.
Nickname was Death yeah.
But Death, if you've seen the comics, she's like super cute emo.
Yeah. And I walked in with black pants, black tank top with a fucking onk on, and they were like, "Have you heard of this?" And I'm like, "No." Right. And they were like, "You need to come with us."
Death Fear.
Well, now I am. My last name back then was not Fear. I married into that. That's my husband's name.
All right.
But no, it's literally my last name.
That's one of the that's one of the prides of my comic collection. I have it in a little case and everything. It's the first appearance of Death. Mm-hmm. And it's
I just bought a hand crocheted at a con that I was working at that somebody crocheted a Death, and they said that everybody who walked up thought she was anybody else, and I walked up and I went, and I paid a lot of money and I bought her, and she's moldable, like made out of wire, and you can pose her, and she's sitting on my dresser like this, and it's her with the little onk, and so I have like a slight obsession with
a Death porn for sure.
But that would be writing and directing, I don't care, but that's who I would play.
Okay, so you were starring in the Death.
That's what I would star in.
Okay, outstanding.
Yeah.
That is good stuff. Dusty.
Oh man.
Jaws.
Shark Week.
Literally, that's the first thing. So okay, I don't think again, I don't really watch a lot of porn, but
we'll change that.
I think that it is impossible that there is not Steven Universe porn.
Oh, there is.
So, in that scenario, everyone's lesbian, which is cool with me. So, that. But like live action would be fun. Like I don't like cartoon porn really either. It's like okay.
So live action Steven Universe,
the Hot
Pockets.
Yeah.
No, it's not yogurt yet. Working on it.
No.
It's a Hot Pocket. Working on it. She's just a really good sport, though.
More of a body temperature pocket.
She's just a really, really good sport. All right.
No, there's lots of lesbian Steven Universe porn, by the way.
Perfect.
There
is.
I figured there would have had to have been. Yes.
There super is.
Had been.
Anyone else have an idea?
I think
just for your future enjoyment.
evil Disney villains porn.
Yes.
Just the villains.
Yes.
So like a porn just with the
Disney villains, because
like an orgy.
It would be an orgy.
Sweet.
You want to see Maleficent get down?
I was gonna say
I love Maleficent.
Yes. For though.
That's my shit. Well, they could be dildos.
I know this.
I'm just saying.
That's genius.
Dildos.
And then you work in Ursula and it's tentacle porn.
Fuck yeah. Then we got hentai. Then we got tentacle.
So speaking of hentai, that's next because we need
Louis
to.
want to answer?
We need to.
Louis.
Oh, Louis.
Louis, what do you
right.
want?
Louis, and then we're gonna wrap it up because we're gonna move on into the inner circle. So go
Wrap
ahead.
it before you tap it.
Yeah.
We're in the inner circle. My bad.
I don't even know what.
I don't know. I mean, I guess Winnie the Pooh.
God damn it.
Tonight, is that going to happen?
Probably not.
I want to be Eeyore.
God, be more enthusiastic and say yes. And
Probably
go take
not.
it.
I need a full
Say
cast.
anymore right
Like I need to cast Piglet
Robin.
and Tommy's gonna be Eeyore, but I need a Piglet.
No, we
and-
already said you were
Nobody
Eeyore.
wants to be Piglet.
Do we
And I
know,
need a rabbit.
does anyone know if Piglet's old enough to do anything?
Oh, and don't forget, I need a Christopher Robin.
No, Christopher Robin Robin is also not old.
Well, in the new movie.
In the new movie, yeah.
Yes, he's a grown man.
Oh, really?
Yes.
It's really
It's
good,
actually
too, by the
really,
way.
it
It's
is really good.
So, Daddy Louie, before
I was
we
very surprised.
before we wrap up
Very good.
and move on, go ahead and say "Oh bother" for us one time.
No.
Oh bother.
Yes! Yes, I told you he'd be a great Eeyore.
Perfect.
Wow.
No.
Nobody notices me.
And that's what she hears when you do it.
Oh
Yeah,
no!
like, I literally was like, wait, did he just... I was like, was that Boom Goes the Dirty Man?
Oh
What
bother.
Louis gonna be silent
I
for the rest of the show. Now
think Louis needs to change his shirt to blue.
Oh no.
I think he
With
needs to
his
change his shirt,
butt
period, after that.
I'm like crying.
Yikes. All right, so I want to thank our guests for joining us today. Thank you very much, Dusty Bucket and Cassandra Theo. Thank you very much. One more time, where can folks find you and pick up lovely treats like this one here that we could see that one more time?
Penis
We got
treat.
this giant,
Oh,
delicious.
Here's the beef.
Yeah.
there it is.
Can we take that out of the package?
Right in my
should
mouth.
we
Is it
leave it in?
sealed?
I mean, I think
It's
it is a
sealed,
package,
It's
though.
wrapped. It's a package.
But it'll
wrapped for your
melt.
Protection.
Your dicks are really
Plus
good.
that open.
Don't
Those
break
dicks
it.
are good, right?
Superb dicks.
Hey, our studio audience said you have superb dick.
Wait, is there like a wire going through that?
But it's not just.
Here's
That's
the beef.
impressive. It's
No,
not, that's
she
impressive.
was really detailed with
Remember
it. Like,
that?
there's some...
Yeah, it
There's
says here. It literally
veins
says
and-
here's the beef.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right on the dick.
Yeah.
I feel like someone was molded
But it's not.
from
I don't want people to get the wrong idea. It's not just like dick chocolate. They've also
No,
got.
you
Look
buy
at,
the mold.
we do
look
so
at
much
look
more.
at the Falcon. Look at the Millennium Falcon. Look
Oh
at the
my God,
detail
oh my
on
God,
that.
That's
oh my God.
amazing.
Beautiful,
Wait.
beautiful. We've got Yoda. We've got a chocolate Yoda head there.
Yoda head, I didn't know
Mhm.
Yoda.
Very
And
know,
then
I'm-
and we do like gourmet stuff like truffles and pecan turtles and candied orange peels and 25 flavors of brownies and we ship them
caramel is
everywhere.
amazing.
The caramel is our bestseller.
What? Huh?
And
I
then
love
if you
caramel.
come into the store, we do local coffee and tea and hot chocolate and cider, and in the summer we do lemonade and yeah.
Oh, in the store?
Yeah, in the store, but we ship all of
Okay.
our candy and brownies like wherever. So.
Okay.
Do you ship the caramel too?
Hell yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And we'll go ahead and put
Mine's
links and boobies. Then we got
And
boobies.
booby, and we make boobies. Like all the anything you want. I have no
Boobies,
shame.
love it.
We have 1,000 molds. If you want it in chocolate, we'll probably be able to do it.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, thank you again for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, and we will be sending people your way.
Yeah.
We'll put,
Yes,
you know,
definitely.
links in the description
Madison Avenue in Lakewood, and we're open till 9 p.m. 5
Oh,
days.
shit.
Even
Okay.
better.
Yeah.
Even better. All right,
Okay.
so next week we're going to be beginning our month-long salute to Black History Month, and of course we'll be talking about blurred culture. For those who are not aware of that, we are going to go shed some lights on blurred culture.
I had a pic
and,
that did that.
So of course I want to thank our guests again, our cast and crew, of course. And stay tuned. We're about to head into the inner circle. We're going to be talking about porn parodies a little bit more, hentai, kinks, and any sexual fantasies you may have revolving around nerdy stuff. So all that and more is coming up on the inner circle. And there's Jay Quellen, our producer, who didn't want to be on the show, but she wants to be on the show. So now, if you're not a member of the inner circle,
Wave.
it's very easy. All you have to do is head on over to patreon.com/Circle of Nerds and sign up. And you'll get all kinds of fun, exclusive shenanigans and content like the stuff we're about to go do right now, where all of the pants come off, and it's not just Daddy Louie. So, anybody got anything on the way out? Anything I mean?
Or the way in.
Do you have shows?
Oh, Dusty, do you have any shows coming up?
Oh, tonight I'm going to an 80s. I'm just making a cameo.
Okay.
But it's jean shorts on All Access with Carly and Ironclad. But I am about to start a monthly at Jolly Scholar called Iconic, and all of the posters look like the trashy tabloids, like the Globe, except it says Iconic. And so we have like everybody is
not me,
everybody's like a different celebrity. So we're gonna have Black Eyed Peas. We're gonna have Kesha. We're gonna have God damn it, what's the other one that I said? Well, there's eventually gonna be Martha Stewart. Paris
She's the
Hilton
best.
is gonna be at this one.
Nice.
Martha's
That's
in this
hot.
one. That's
Yeah.
hot. So exactly, we're gonna have like everyone have a cute little scandal, and we're gonna have a good time.
Okay.
Awesome. Sounds good. All right. Well, thank you again. And thank all of you for tuning in and listening to us online, or if you are watching on YouTube, that's awesome too. We're going to have descriptions and links and everything down in the comments, so you can check that out. And stick around for all of our Patroni. Stay tuned. We're about to head into the Inner Circle and do some more stuff. Hentai, kinks, fantasies, and more on porn parodies, and lots of other fun stuff. So we're going to sign off for this week. And as always, remember, if no one does anything nice for you, do something nice to yourself.
Like
have a
Louis
great
is.
week and have a great weekend, and we'll see you next time. Bye.